Hello and welcome to this custom figure review. Today we're going to be looking at Dalek Sec. Due to the way that I filmed this morning I did receive the official new Sculpt Dalek Sec. I got it imported over from the US because it's not available in the UK. But I will now make that part of this custom figure review of my custom Dalek Sec. So let's get into it. This is a sound effects Dalek released in 2012.
Surrender or be exterminated. Daleks conquer and destroy. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
And as you can see, all I've done, maybe autofocus, is painted it completely black and added a few silver bolts. I will say that the paintwork isn't exactly amazing. You will see as we go around, some bits like here along the back of the skirt weren't meant to be glossy, and here they weren't meant to be glossy, but they have come out glossy, which sort of ruins the illusion. I used the same colour black, which came out in a matte on the base, and simply sprayed it to seal it, which made it a bit shinier. But obviously, if you look in the dome, let's just autofocus, please. Autofocus. There we go. You will see there are lumps and bumps where the spray has made the paint react, and I wasn't very happy with it actually. And obviously the dome lights, come on, autofocus. I wasn't very clean around the lights, which basically look awful. So yeah, it's quite simple. It still has all the same articulation, but it just didn't look right. I mean, it was better than spending out like £40 for the Doomsday set to get it imported from the US, but it's better than the old Sculpt one that we had from 2006 and 7, which was awful. No, I would bring it out to show you a comparison, but I've locked it away so far with the rest of my fat legs, which is what we call them, because they're just awful. I prefer the nice newer Sculpt, so that's really what I buy now. And I just hit the camera. That was well done. So now we're going to look at the official release, which as part of the collector's range in the US, you get these figures. In the UK we only got Rose and the 11th with cowboy hat, but we also got Amy and police outfit, another the Time of the Doctor, 11th Doctor on its own, so that was a bit of a miffed off, that was, because I spent 30 quid on it and then they released it for 15, so that was nice. But yeah, the US selection have got a lot nicer, including Dalek Sec obviously. So I bought this on eBay. Someone imported it from the US to the UK and was selling it. It's not exactly cheap, but it's cheaper than buying or importing it yourself, I would say. We're in the 20 to £30 bracket here, so I paid a lot for it, but I think it was worth getting because it's such a nice figure. It's just really upsetting that we're never going to get it in the UK. So yeah, I shall now open it and we'll look into it. So here we are, opened and out of packaging, and I must say it is actually very beautiful. I've because we're not used to seeing it in the newer Sculpt, it looks amazing. I mean, the paintwork on it is fantastic. It's the right gloss and the right matte where it needs to be. There's no paint marks. The ID tag for the Cobra, if it will autofocus. There we go. And yeah, it's, if you get the chance to get one, then I would definitely recommend. But obviously, because it's easier to get it in the US, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to track it down. But if you ever see it for a decent price, I would recommend buying one, because the fat length version is just god awful, and this just looks really nice. It's been forever since we had a proper sec, and the battery's going to die, so there might be a cut. Welcome back to the review. Yeah, the battery died, so I had to replace it. Thankfully I've got a second one. Back to the review, obviously, and yes, it is, when you compare it to my custom, it's just so obvious how much more glossy, and the paintwork's done a lot better than mine, obviously. As you can see, for the sound effects Dalek, for some reason they got rid of the bolts, but they are here on this one, which I'm very glad about. If we compare to a gold Dalek, just move it over, it works really well. It looks really nice. Don't really have much to say, obviously, because it's a Dalek, but I can say that it is one of my favourite releases. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in this country, but it is really nice. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.